Perfect. So now I should be recording, and Laura, he should have granted you permission to start recording as well.
Okay. So now you popped up all of a sudden, and now will I just not see me?
Yeah, you won't see you. So I have like a gallery view. Like if you kind of pan over the like our faces, I have a gallery view. There's like I have a three-way now, which is speaker view. So if you click that, it's like you can see all three of us. But if you, it's like up in the top right-hand corner.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I want to give this a try.
Okay, me too. I hope I'm recording because I can't see one way. The only thing I have is a little thing by the mute button that says stop video. So I'm assuming I'm recording.
Okay, and if not, we can get you a video.
Okay, I appreciate it. Because this is fun. This seems like this would be easier. It's just, I just don't.
One more thing. I see a recording icon for Sarah, but not for Laura.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't see mine.
So Laura, if you want to go to the bottom, do you see in the bottom right-hand corner where it says leave meeting?
Uh-huh.
Don't click that, but do you see next to it where it says recording?
Oh, it says record. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, click that.
Okay. There we go.
Excellent.
We have to be smarter than the system, I guess.
Okay, so why don't I just jump in? Because that's just kind of what I do.
Okay.
And I'll start, and then Laura, you can respond accordingly. So,
okay.
Good evening. I represent Miller, and he is the owner of a large appliance and TV retail store. He's got a bunch of electronic goods he wants to sell at a wholesale price, and the wholesale value of what he paid is about $400,000. So he's got about $200,000 in video recorders, $100,000 in video monitors, which are cable ready. They're the latest technology, and $100,000 in cameras and related equipment. So he wants to move all this as a lot. He believes the market is strong and there shouldn't be any trouble selling this since you're one of the best electronics dealers in the area. But as I said, he paid $400,000 on a wholesale basis and wants to try to recover that money.
Well, I appreciate you, and thank you very much for presenting this, because I am wanting to move to a bigger place. I represent VIX Video, and yeah, he sees where you're getting the $400,000 for wholesale of the items, but he also has about 25% for his merchandise that there's just a modest demand of it. And then you got another 25% that is just flat out difficult. It's outdated and it would be just very difficult to sell. However, being so, I would still be very interested in purchasing the whole merchandise. But I was looking at maybe closer to like somewhere around 425,000 because of that difficulty in getting some of those items passed along, merchandise moved along.
Yeah. So for all of those, you would offer 425,000. Is that right?
I would. And that's the video recorders. That's the monitors, and that's also the cameras, tripods, that equipment. And so I feel like that's very fair because we're looking at 50% of the items that I may or may not sell, and that would be a burden on my business.
Right. So you think if you buy all of this for 425,000 and then you sell it at retail, generally speaking, you'll come out ahead?
Well, I may or may not. If you look at the stuff that is totally outdated, there's no way I could sell that at retail.
Right.
It's just out there. So I'm looking at more of the future of what I could possibly move along. And that 50% is real iffy.
Yeah.
So, I'm willing to give you $25,000 extra and I'm the one that would have to pay about $10,000 in moving all this merchandise back to my store. So that's another burden upon me as well. But I'm happy to give you $425,000 because I think Miller has some great merchandise. It's just being able to sell it.
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think we can wrap this up pretty quickly because I think we're very close to a deal and you've made a good offer. I have one question, and that is, maybe we could both do better if we came up with an approach where we sold this equipment to you for some base price and then split a percentage of whatever you end up making, like a 60-40 split in your favor or a 70-30 split in your favor. Would that be interesting to you, or is that just too complicated?
I think that ultimately becomes complicated because, like I said, I'm going to be at a loss with some of that merchandise. And I've got already an overhead of $10,000 just to move this stuff. And I'm not going to quite be in my bigger store yet. And so if that's the case, I'd have to do storage. And then I'm looking at close to $5,000 for storage for the remainder of the time that it's going to take me to get into a bigger store to have this merchandise. So I think I'm willing to take it off of your hands and no questions asked. And, my moving and my storage will all be my decision and my loss and actually it'd be your guys' gain.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So we'll settle on $425,000 for everything. And that includes some of the equipment that's a bit outdated, as you said, as well as the newer stuff.
Yes.
So we have an agreement for all of it for $425,000.
Yes, we do.
Okay, very good. I agree.
Okay, sounds great.
So Sarah, any comments as the observer?
No, I thought I was taking notes. It was pretty, Laura went direct to the point and was like, you can have this stuff. This is kind of, would be best for both parties involved. And kind of Leo, on your side, you were like, yeah, this is a good deal. It makes sense. So it's pretty quick and clean, but there wasn't a lot of, kind of, what am I trying to say? Going around the deal, kind of like, dancing around it. It was very direct. And I think that was really cool, not really cool, but really good because it kind of like created a settlement a lot faster.
Okay. Well, let's call it good. I'll stop the recording and hopefully all three of us have the recording. And if there's any problems, just email or text or call or something.
Okay. Now when this quits recording, it's gonna go to a file.
I believe so. So do you want me to be like the guinea pig and try it first?
Sure.
All right, I'll do that. So.